action, activate.
Welcome, one and all. We're the team that will not fall. Big Dawg Defender is his name. Gazbot here, and my game is to activate action with you. This is Action Activate. I am Gazbot, and with me, as always, is
the Big Dawg Defender.
Thank you, Big Dog. Yeah, I don't know what that was. It just came out of my face. Dr. Seuss inhabited my body for a moment, apparently. So, hello to everyone here live, and hello to everyone lurking and chatting and seeing us later on YouTube. Looks like we got a few people in the chat room already. Hello to Iron CNSP Man. Hello to the Real Babu. And for those that don't know, normally we review episodes or do vintage episodes or have themes or whatever. Today's theme is just freeform chat and Q&A. So we're going to
hiatus week 1.
No, hiatus was already.
Hiatus week 4-ish.
Yeah.
3 maybe. One of those.
And we do have some ideas for themed episodes coming up, but this one, actually, I thought we were just going to be like, I don't know, what are we going to talk about? But I've got like 10 things on a list that we could talk about. So if we run out of stuff, I got ideas. Not themes necessarily, but just, Ranger-related topics that I thought of that I wanted to chat with. Because for those that don't know, the Big Dog and I are friends in real life, but we don't see each other all that often, at least not as much as we used to anyway. So a lot of times this weekly catch-up is like everything I wanted to talk to him about all week, I get to do now in front of you guys. But in addition to that, of course, chat is here live. So if you have anything you want to chat about, ask us about, have us talk about, feel free to throw it out there. Before we get into that, I did do a new headshot. Actually, I did it a couple weeks ago, but I didn't have the video ready. And so what I did was I put it up here. Where is it? But I made it big for a change because we don't have anything to review. So instead of that,
commission, right?
This was a commission. Yeah. Oh, actually, it's like halfway through. This happens to me a lot where I think I'm starting it from the beginning. Let me restart it here.
You're just way faster at getting art done than you think you
are. Yes, especially when I watch it sped up, because this is like 4 hours of work that'll be about an hour or so. This was at Ranger Stop. Someone commissioned me to do this, and the way it works is with this kind of thing, because normally this would cost more, but since I would eventually make a print of it anyway, and this is Jungle Fury White Rhino Ranger for those that can't tell already, it was $20, and basically what that means is I move it up to the top of my list. It's the next one I do, and I sent him a high-res digital file that he could print as he sees fit. If he wants a print later, I'll give it to him at cost, as just to whatever the shipping cost is. But if anybody, it's the cheapest way to get a commission for me is if I'm going to make a print of it later anyway. Is basically how this worked. Yep. Let's see.
So get your Gazbot and Big Dog commissions in for our Ranger helmets, and he will do them.
There you go. And in the upper left, depending on which screen left, is other headshots that I finished. And then screen right is another kaiju that I did. I've been doing a lot of warm-up stuff, and this one I did a couple days ago. Again, sort of a semi-Sentai Power Ranger-ish thing, just kind of shark underwater monster thing that I just made up. Basically, I thought of the idea for some sucker hands, and then just went from there. Iron CNSP Man says, nice reimagining of an Insecticon in the corner. That's not what it is. I don't know if you're making a joke or if you really thought that. That's funny, though. I don't know if it was you.
It's kind of like Kickback.
No, it's kind of like Shrapnel because of the things.
Oh, is Shrapnel the prongs?
Yeah. So with
then
that.
I just confused the two, but I knew what I meant.
With that, I could see. And you could see a bigger picture of this if you look on my Gazbot Facebook page or whatever. But that's funny. I don't know if it was Iron CSP Man or not, but last week I had the Bush car guy, and they said it looked like Shockwave. Oh, it is. It is the same person. Oh yeah. The Shockwave did look like Shockwave for sure, which wasn't on purpose, but I could see it. The Shrapnel thing, not as much, but okay, that makes sense that it's the same person making the same joke, so that makes more sense.
Speaking of your art, yes. Recently for Christmas, I have a lot of art prints that I've gotten over the years, but no real good way of organizing them or presenting them.
You talked about this last week, yeah.
Yeah, so I asked for an art book, and one thing I didn't mention last week, so I put most of my 11 by 17 prints in there, but the smaller ones I have to the side, just haven't gotten a book to get those in there a little bit more.
You have
and
to
I
tape them
found
in,
some.
so it's a little harder, right?
Well, no, I was just going to get a smaller book.
Oh, well, just so you know, you could put them in a bigger book. Just get some artist tape and fold it backwards in the back, and you could put like 2 on a page or something. Information you wish you had yesterday.
Yeah, I was like, no. The art book still has some room, but I have a feeling once I get the ones off my wall in there, that it'll be a little bit more. But
sure.
what I was gonna say is I found some vintage out of print Gazbot art that I had gotten a long time ago. I don't have it on me, but if you remind me, I'll show it next show. It was one of your Tron prints.
Zombie Tron. Like where he has a virus?
No, it was 2 of them. I think it was just regular Tron.
Oh, okay.
Where they were doing the disc battle.
Yeah.
And then,
oh, wow.
I think it was Land of the Dead, where it's like, "Hey, Auntie," where he's on
the phone.
Yeah,
Aunt Alicia. Yeah.
Yeah, Aunt Alicia.
No, that wasn't. It was from this. It was the one before Land of the Dead. It was Day of the Dead. It was the third. Right. Yeah. That's funny. That is vintage out of print stuff, because I used to. For those who don't know, I used to do a lot of zombie artwork, and that was one of like the last pieces of zombie artwork I did. So while I kind of liked it, it had a shorter print run than a lot of my other ones, because it was towards the end of that sort of stuff I was doing. And the Tron one, I also had a really short print run, because I'd done 2 Tron prints, one where he was like a zombie, and one where it was just hey Matt Candleclaire, and hey Immortal Red Fox. Oh, hello. You're like 6 minutes late, if that. And we're late half the time anyway, so don't worry about it. But that one also, I think I maybe made like 5 or 10 ever, because it didn't sell real well, and it was just so both of those. I don't know. Did I give them to you? Did you buy them? I don't remember.
No, I actually bought those. The only print that you gave to me in the same vein that I haven't brought up yet was you had a 8.5 by 11 print of X-Men's Phoenix.
Oh yeah,
that I wanted, and you're like, dude, like.
Yeah. Well, once
you're like, I'd rather have the room in the book.
Yeah, once stuff gets out of print, I end up like for some reason I'll be like, I'm not gonna make any more, and I'll have like 10, and I'll get down to like 2 or 1, and that last one will hang on forever. So yeah, that's a good time to get art for me. I have a clearance section on my Etsy store. There's not a lot in it right now, but it's worth checking. Yeah. Actually, there's a link to it right now. Let's see, chat. We got Van Illustrations late as well. Welcome, Van Illustration. Mortal Red Fox is slammed with work. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, especially because you have creative stuff to be working on in addition to your actual job. Iron Sea Man, I think what makes me think of the Insecticons, going back to my art up there, is the red energy charge is the same way in color of the Stag Beetle in the comics. Oh, I don't remember him having red in the comics. I know in the show it was more like white, yellow electricity, like lightning.
What could have been IDW?
True, yeah. I haven't read a ton of the IDW, to be fair.
I actually just picked up at least 3, possibly 4 of the hardcovers.
Okay.
And I'm very excited to start reading. For those of you who are interested in Transformers, I know, side tangent. IDW is the predominant maker of the comics right now, and they just started like a new series with slightly different continuity, or like at a different point in time. That's like less than 20 issues in, but before that they had this big old run, bunch of side stories, all this, and everybody who I've looked at online and talked to was like, get the hardcovers. They're a little pricey at MSRP, but if you find a good deal, they're awesome. They present well on the shelf, and they get everything in order and make it easy. So there's
makes sense
20 in total, I think, and I'm 5 down, 4 down.
Iron CNSP Man agrees that IDW Transformer comics are great currently pre-war. What's funny is I read a lot of the Marvel comics back in the day, Transformers, and IDW a couple years ago was like, hey, we're going to pick up where they left off, and I think it was called Regeneration 1. And I have every single issue, starting with the Free Comic Book Day, like half issue, all the way up until it ended. I've not read a single one. Now, I plan on it, but for those, when people ask me like, well, why haven't you watched this season of Sentai, or why haven't you watched this Godzilla movie? Right? Like I do. I have stacks of comics like this. I have DVDs up the wazoo. Like there's so much stuff that I want to see that I just don't have time for all of it. Immortal Red Fox says, I meant creative stuff, haha. Oh, good. Never enough time. Gaz, if you're on a kaiju kick, I'd love to see your rendition of the 1996 Mothra. I don't. I may have done that. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I for those that don't know, I'm taking original character. Didn't you already request that I did Hyperspeed? Is it Hyperspeed Wolf, or is it just Hyperspeed?
If he didn't, I am.
Well, you can't request for someone else. The idea is that it's.
I am requesting on behalf of the Immortal Red Fox, who I have loosely associated
We're
with
getting on a
for
side
you
tangent. For those that follow me, my art stuff, I've been doing warm-up sketches, and I'm gonna do people's originals characters that they shout out to me. I'm gonna pick a few. So yeah, I might do hyperspeed or I might do something else, but I'm not gonna do Mothra because the whole idea is I'm supposed to do original characters. But I am pretty sure I gotta look at it, but I did a Mothra versus Godzilla print, and I'm pretty sure that was it was the Heisei era. I don't know that it was literally 1996, but Heisei is like the 90s, late 80s, so
yeah.
it probably is very similar. Actually, I'll put up my Etsy store. It's on there. You'll have to look for it, but if you put in Mothra Godzilla, I think that's the version you're talking about. But
Most likely.
speaking of, well, okay, we'll go out of order. Speaking of the Immortal Red Fox, I was going to mention that we've talked before about how, and Immortal Red Fox is a tokusatsu, American, a Texasatsu, if I'm saying that right, show
Texasatsu, yep.
on YouTube that you could check out. That just recently, the first episode that got its English dub with the main character voiced by Johnny Young Bosch of Power Rangers and other fame, of course.
Yep.
And the next thing they're going to put out is episode 4 of the. They're putting out the Japanese episodes first, and then the American dubs. The Japanese ones do have subtitles, so you could follow along. And episode 4 is done, ready to go, and as soon as they get 500 subs, they're going to go. So if you go on YouTube, look up Immortal Red Fox, give them a subscription. We want to get through episode 4. We want to get up to 6 at least, just as a random number to throw out there.
No reason. There's no personal bias. Please do it.
Yeah, I mean, we just want them to succeed. Also, I think book 2 is getting close to being done, so it's worth following on Facebook and everything else. Yeah. So
I think these numbers are totally half made up. I think it's very close to being done, pages away, literally.
Right.
And for those of you who don't know, Volume 1 you can purchase on Amazon right now.
Yes,
so
I already have it.
Get out there.
Is there anything I've like I said, I have a couple topics. Is there anything you wanted to talk about, or should I just dive into some of the things I have?
The thing that I messaged you about a future show, can I bring that up, or should we just wait?
You can bring it up. We're not going to talk about it today, but you could.
We're not going in depth.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Gazbot and I, as we were talking about for the hiatus, always have different topics.
Right.
A lot of them sourced by you guys. Some of them just things we've wanted to talk about. And one that I brought up a long time ago that resurfaced was talking about Power Rangers fan films.
Right.
Most of them are on YouTube. And yesterday I happened to have about an hour, and I just cranked through a bunch of them, and it was really cool. Would love to talk about it if you guys want to hear about it. Even if you don't, I will selfishly probably have us talk about it. And it was really cool.
I would say this. We're probably going to talk about it, but it's the difference of if we do one episode or multiple episodes. And there's a lot of fan fiction online, so we might not be watching the ones you're thinking of. Now, Immortal Red Fox is tokusatsu, but it's not Power Rangers. What we're talking about specifically is like, hey, this is a fan film where the Mighty Morphin Rangers, or it's Dino Thunder or whatever. So if you know of a fan film or a series of fan films that you think is worth checking out, throw them our way. I think Unworthy is one we're going to look at.
Unworthy Productions. The 3 episodes I just watched, and Gaz still needs to watch.
Right.
I also watched blanking on
the Ninja one.
I think Crimson something Studios.
That's the Ninja one, right?
Yeah, who had the trailer of Rise of the First Ninja.
That one I watched.
William Sheffield?
I thought it was Shufelt, but I should know. I interviewed him, but I didn't say his name.
Red, for those that do know. And also, if you guys are into any of the DC shows that are on the CW network, that YouTube channel also has a ton of stuff. There's a whole Reverse Flash Origin series that I started.
Stop. Well, you're going off on a weird tangent. We're like, hey, we're going to talk about the fan fiction. Here's ones we're thinking about talking about. What do you think is good? And before we even conclude that, you're like, by the way, watch some DC shows. Where is this coming from?
It's from the same guy.
Okay. So there is a connective tissue there. Okay.
Correct. Yes. So the reason I bring it up, he seems to be doing a lot of different fan projects. So there's a Reverse Flash Origins that seems to be done. Like it has like 9 or 10 episodes. He has multiple Power Rangers series or trailers on there for various like stories and timelines and stuff. And then there's an Arrow pilot that he did of a female Arrow, and then I want to say there was something else that I'm forgetting, but the point is it's not kind of just Power Rangers or just one story. Very broad, very good range. The guy whose channel it seems to be, granted a lot of this take with a grain of salt because I only did that much research. He seems to be in all of them, and
Right.
has a lot of creative control, and it really shows how passionate he is about these properties because I happen to like the CW DC shows and I
Right.
happen to love Power Rangers. So the fact that
And they're both
somebody
superhero
out
shows too, so that yeah.
exactly, and it's really cool to see um, just that range. So those two are
Right.
the ones that I currently watched. If you guys have others that you recommend
Immortal
or
Red
that you watched
Fox
enjoys,
is recommending Kamen Ramen, but we're not going to watch that because that's Kamen Rider. Well, not that we won't watch it, but we're not going to talk about it on the show here. But Shattered Past was another one that I haven't watched. But
that's from Crimson. That's good.
oh, is that this? But that has doesn't that have Surf Rat Ranger or whatever his name is in it?
I believe
That
so,
that that
but
he usually does Dino Thunder Red, and he was in
it's
the what?
it's all tied together. It seems like.
I thought that was a different timeline, but anyway, yeah, I looked at that as well. So we'll definitely check out those three, maybe some others, and again, we'll do one episode at least and see where it goes from there. Matt Kendall Clare says switching back from my laptop, so nice having my iPhone anyway. I did see Unworthy and it's pretty good. Okay, so that's another vote for Unworthy. So we'll definitely check. Well, you already have, and I will.
Yep.
Iron Scene is Man. Common Ramen is the name of the channel. They have made PR shorts. Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry, my bad. I thought that was the name of the series. So maybe we'll check that one
Ninja
out too.
Steel.
um, yeah, so that's really other than shouting out somebody who wants to check out. Like I haven't seen most of these, so I can't really talk about them yet.
I watched Teenagers with Attitude was one from years ago. There's one just called MMPR that was pretty good.
Mhm.
I want to say there's a fifth one I watched, but I can't think of it off the top of my
Well,
head.
I'm gonna here. I'll put the here's the Facebook page is a good place to throw stuff out so that we'll have it later. If there's any you want to recommend, you can throw it up there.
I am a great example of bringing up the Facebook page and always forgetting to post on it. So
Yeah.
do as I say, not as I
Or you could also I'll put the YouTube link. You could also if you're watching this. Oops. That was weird. I just did something weird. We're still fine, but I can't see us anymore. Oh, there we go. The YouTube link, yeah. So if you're watching later, you could put it there, or if you forget and think of it later, yeah. But basically, the YouTube page and the Facebook page are the best place to put stuff for us to see it later. Because we try to remember chat, but I don't have a record of this, and unless like I make a physical note or something, I might forget.
Ooh, Matt Kendall Clare
Yeah.
brought up there was a Zordon fan film. That was the other one I was thinking
Oh
of.
yeah.
That's really cool.
And David Fielding was actually in that actually.
I think so.
He either did a voice or was in it. He didn't play Zordon. He played someone else, but I remember that. Yeah, he's involved in that somehow. So yeah,
It
it was
was
shit.
really
Yeah.
cool.
Iron Sea Spearman. I remember Armored Rangers. Armored Rangers. Is that the ones where they kind of look like they're wearing dirt bike armor? Well, we'll check it out. We'll check it out.
Yeah,
We'll
I'm
we'll
not
we'll,
familiar.
we'll comb through and we'll hit the big ones. And if people like it enough, we'll go through and hit more. You know. Iron Sea
Yep.
Spearman says yes. Okay, cool. All right. So I guess that's it for that topic. Something I have another correction. Well, not a correction, but errata or whatever. You remember I had made fun of Steve Andrino, the real Babu, for not signing a picture of himself he gave to me, right? And then I
Yes.
corrected it. I'm like, oh, he did sign it. I don't know how I thought he didn't sign it. That's crazy. Blah 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 blah. I'm an idiot. He's right. Right. So there's a part three to that. Let me see if I can get
With a Vengeance?
with
Part
the
3 with a Vengeance?
yeah. I'm gonna hold on. Let me go to this shot here. Nope, people can't see that. Okay, so on everyone's screen now is a picture. This is from Ranger Stop. This is Steve's hand holding the art I did that he signed to me. And if you look, it says to the POW, silence words have no meaning, Babu. And it doesn't say Steve Andrino to the right of it. So he signed it after he gave me this photo. So I guess I had looked at the photo and not at the actual art in my hand and thought, oh, wow, he didn't sign it. And then when I saw the actual art later, I was like, how did I not notice that? That's how I didn't notice it, because I took the picture, then he gave it to me and I put it away and didn't look at it in real life until weeks later. So I'm
All
an
we've
idiot.
learned, this is the most meta thing because we're talking about whether something was written, not written, what happens. And the moral of the story is it all started from a quote, silence.
Yeah.
Words have no meaning.
It's true. It's absolutely true. Real Babu, we're both idiots. Maybe, but I was the bigger idiot this time. I will take the
Iron State SP Man. Can't wait for part 4 next week.
Oh yeah. I can't even imagine what it would be. It's like Steve shows up at my house with a marker. Write my name. Like, what's happening?
You're just gonna get random pieces of mail that just are in gold written to you like, hey,
It puts
Gaz,
it together. But it's like a text message. It's nothing weird. It's just like, hey, did you see Star Wars yet? Or like, what? Why?
don't forget to drink lots of water, Steve.
All right. So another thing I was going to mention, You know what? Maybe I could put this on so that we could see it.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So you can still see us.
Another fun part of the show is a lot of stuff that he decides to do on the spot. I have no idea. And if anything, I find out 5 to 10
Yeah.
seconds after you guys
Yes.
because it's delayed.
It's true. Okay, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to make it full screen here. So I'm gonna go. It's because I try to be like, oh, we'll just do whatever, but then I get these ideas of things I want to talk about, and then while I'm sitting here waiting for the big dog, because usually I'm ready 10, 15 minutes ahead of time, and he gets in like right before we start. So
On the
then
buzzer.
so I start doing like a little research and I pull stuff up on the other monitor. So let me. There we go. So Power Rangers Now. We talked about this last week, and there was the weird post that somebody was like, oh, I guess now that Hasbro owns it, they're cracking down and it's closing down. There's all these weird theories about like stuff like that going on. And somebody, oh my gosh, hopefully they're in chat because somebody said to me, and I forget who it is, so I'm sorry that I'm not giving you credit. Hey, the guy who runs it said that he got a job at Disney and that's why he's shutting it down. It has nothing to do with all this conspiracy theories. And if whoever that was, thank you. And I'm sorry I'm not giving you credit. I'm just blanking right now who it was. And so if you look at the site, there's still nothing on here talking about it even closing down or whatever. Oh, actually, that's sort of true. But if you look at the
It literally
tweets,
says it's powering down.
yes, but okay, that wasn't there when I looked for.
The headline is, hey, we're shutting down. They don't even talk about it. They don't even bring up that they're shutting down.
Oh man, that's a ninja steal. That is definitely a ninja steal point for you. All right, well, but I segued into going to the Twitter. I forget the guy's name who runs it, but I figured I would, rather than talk about it, I'd play the message. It's only 2 minutes, and I would just let it play, and we could all watch. You should be able to hear it in chat. If you can't hear it, let me know. Why is that not playing?
I will admit that there are some behind. As many of
there we go. Starting.
Hey Ranger fans, as many of you know, Power Rangers Now was something entirely started and ran by me. It was never a team. It was never a paid service. It was just something I did out of passion for the franchise, love for the fan base, and because I saw the opportunity to help influence the brand's image. Today, I'm here to announce that for now, Power...
Oh, buffering. What is happening? Big Doug, can you still hear me?
I can.
I don't know why the video stopped. I'll try it again.
Power Rangers Now was coming to an end. And I'm doing this primarily for 3 reasons. The first being, I've been gifted an amazing new opportunity to work around some of the world's most exciting entertainment brands. It's something I want to dedicate my full attention to and need to dedicate my full attention to. I never envisioned a Power Rangers fan page leading to a career, nor did I envision myself being interviewed for my work with Power Rangers one day. But here we are.
I thought this was a smudge on the screen.
I've talked a lot about passion for the brand, which in being truthful, just isn't there for me anymore. Like all of you, I'll still be a fan, keeping an eye on the show, lining up at the theater for any future movies, and in attendance at Power Morphicon for all the exciting things that are happening. I'll be doing it all from afar. Lastly, as many of you know, there's a new owner of the Power Rangers brand. And while I'm certainly not here to rain on anyone's parade, I will admit that there are some behind-the-scenes things happening that make me very concerned for the brand's future and the direction it's going. So, what's next for Power Rangers Now? For now, it'll just go dormant. But might it come back one day? If I feel like it. Might I pass it to someone else one day? If I feel like it. Might it come back as something completely different one day? If I feel like it. There's a trend here. As it's been for the past handful of years, Power Rangers Now will continue to be what I feel like, when I feel like it. And of course, I'll keep you all in the loop as any decisions are made. Running Power Rangers Now, I can truly say, has been one of the greatest honors of my life. It's been a lot of work, effort, and consistency, absolutely, but it's also because of the support that each and every one of you have shown me. I'll leave you with my favorite quote of all time from Power Rangers.
Don't worry. Everything you've always wanted is waiting for you in the future.
It might take time, work, and dedication, but everything you want in life is absolutely sitting there, just waiting for you in the future. You just got to go earn it. Thank you for everything, Ranger fans. You truly are the best.
All right,
hey,
so
Ranger fans,
let's not watch that again. Okay, so that is I started watching that, and then I figured I'd watch it with you guys and kind of get your reactions. So it's a lot less of a conspiracy than people thought. I mean, he said stuff
Yeah.
about like, oh, Hasbro behind the scenes, but I think he just means he doesn't like the direction that they're taking the show or the toys or something. I don't think they're actually coming down hard on him. Maybe they're not going to give him free tickets to stuff or whatever, but
Maybe.
I take it more as he's got this big new job at Disney, which is awesome, and he doesn't have time for it. All that's fine. He's talked about handing it off to someone. I guess it's just like when I think about stuff I've created to put all that work into, if I had to walk away, fine, but I would want it to continue. So I would want someone to take it. You know, he's got like all these thousands and thousands of people that follow. Like if this show blew up and I had to step away, I would hope the big dog would continue it. Or if we both had to leave, maybe we'd let someone, you know, but like, and I'm not bagging on the guy. He could do whatever he wants, but it just seems a shame to lose all that momentum. And like, that's a site that was kind of one of my go-to sites for news and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's not crazy big news, but we talked about it last week, so I felt it was worth following up on with like the actual story.
My boy Lupin Green brought it up on YouTube, said Matt Kindleclair. And I say boy Lupin Green because A, shout out to you. B, he keeps me honest in those comments. He calls me out when I'm being a little jerky about people being jerky, and I'm not gonna
me
lie,
too. I get it a little bit too, but you're a jerk more. No, it's great. I love it. But it's because he calls me out when I'm a jerk too, but you get it so much more.
Oh yeah, because I am a jerk.
Yeah. We missed a little bit of chat here. Real Babu talking about the signature. Words have no meaning, and neither do signatures, apparently. And that can declare it with Evox, because, yeah, I don't know what that was. It wasn't Big Dog. It was something with Twitter just glitched for a second.
I love how you're like, it wasn't him. He literally had nothing to do with it, so don't blame him. No, it's your computer.
No, it wasn't my computer, because everything, if it was my computer, everything would have glitched. It was Twitter. Yeah. So, I'll take a half a Ninja Steel point. Why not?
You don't even get you don't get that for being like, hey, I'm not blaming you this time.
No, I get it because you were saying how it was my computer, and I explained how it couldn't be my computer.
You know what we really need to talk about? How
Disney
Matt
and Hasbro
said that about Lupin Green.
Yes.
And Iron CNSP Man said Disney and Hasbro are pretty close partners, so it could be seen by both company as a conflict of interest with how opinionated he's been on Twitter. Not saying it's a bad thing to be opinionated, but his new bosses could see it as an issue. He has also strongly tied his name to the site, so a Ninja.
Okay.
That's what Iron CNSP Man said.
I haven't heard, no, I mean, good info. Thank you for that. I didn't know what he's been saying on Twitter that's like, I mostly look at his site, like for the news and stuff. So are you aware of what he said, Big Dog? That is
I have no idea.
I mean, I'm guessing he's like, I don't like Beast Morphers. I don't like the direction they're headed in, which is weird. Like, I mean, maybe there's behind the scenes stuff that we haven't seen yet, but most people agree Beast Morphers is the best season we've had in a couple of years. Most people like the Lightning collection, and those are the two main things that Hasbro's done.
Here, this is playing devil's advocate. What I could see from his perspective is he finds out that Beast Morphers Season 1 and 2 is fine because it's both Hasbro and Nickelodeon / Neil Saban.
Okay.
And what he's finding out is stuff for the new season. Maybe things aren't going the way he would personally like, and that's one thing. And also maybe people whose likenesses are used for the Lightning collection, he doesn't like how he's found out they've been treated or something. That's literally all I can think of. It's probably none of those things. I honestly don't know. This is all speculation because I know about that much. But
Matt Kendall,
that's what I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I could have speculated too. I thought maybe somebody would know, and I think somebody does. Real Babu says this time, Big Dog, this time, meaning the glitches, because usually they are you. Matt Kendall Claire, Twitter likes to be twitty. Iron CSP Man. Okay, so Iron CSP Man has some info. He has made comments about the movie issue and has also made comments about actors that don't want anything to do with the franchise. Well, the movie issue being that they're rebooting instead of continuing, and I know not everyone loves that, but also not everyone loved that first movie. So while that's not everybody has the same opinion, I don't see that as exactly a hot button issue, but maybe I'm wrong. And I don't. Yeah, I guess he said negative things about actors that don't want to be involved in the franchise, which is
the silver lining of the sequel not being made is every single one of those actors have all gone on to huge projects since then.
I know at least 3. I mean, we got Stranger Things, Mulan. Those are the only 2 I could think of now. I knew there was another one.
The Black Ranger is going to be Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat, and he was in a very big episode of Black Mirror.
Okay.
RJ Seiler has been in White Boy Rick. He's been in, I think, some other shows and movies since. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I've seen him in stuff.
Right.
And then Becky G had a career even before Power Rangers.
Gotcha.
Oh, and the Pink Ranger is Jasmine. and was in Charlie's Angels. Even
Oh,
though
I meant to
heard
say Jazz. I said Mulan. I
things.
meant to say Aladdin. Yeah, I guess if we really want to know what he said, we'd have to go look it up or whatever. But that's good enough for me. I don't really care. Like if he had
Words
opinions.
have no meaning.
Yeah,
anyway,
words have
so.
no meaning on Twitter. Let's see. Real Babu, he's upset that they're going to fulfill Big Dog's greatest wish and reboot Operation Overdrive. Oh wow.
Hey, if they make it
Yeah.
better, more power to them.
How could I understand how you're saying that? Because like, yeah, how could they make it better? If they make it better, they're gods among men. I understand what you're saying. Matt Leclerc is laughing at Steve. And Iron CSP Man, it was incredibly negative towards the actor not wanting to be involved and also name them. That's unfortunate. That's weird too because like, it's one thing to want a favorite actor or character to come back, but like to attack them. I mean, it's a job. They're actors. They could live whatever life they want. It'd be like if somebody got mad at me for not wanting to draw something. Like that's it's my
I get
prerogative.
mad at you about that weekly.
Yes,
almost.
but not on Twitter. That's the.
That's it.
If it was
Taking
on
it to the tweet.
Yeah, if it was on Twitter, I'd make you shut down your website.
Yep. BigDog.com/Madagaz.
Matt Leclerc is given a big Ninja Steel point to Real Babu. Fine, Ninja Steel to Real Babu. I'll give it. Iron Steel Fan. Also, the Ninja point was a reference to the half Ninja Steel point. All right.
He rounded up.
That's fair. I accidentally showed this a second ago, but the other thing I wanted to mention, we a while back talked about Battlizers and what Battlizers were like. It wasn't like an official topic. We talked about it a bunch. And for those that have followed, I am currently watching Dino Thunder for the first time, and you had asked me about the Battlizer, and I was like, oh, do you mean like when they get super mode and they get the spikes? No. Oh, so now it's Triassic mode. And spoilers, by the way, for those who haven't seen Dino Thunder. And you're like, I've got to the point where they got the Battlizer, where he gets the Battlizer. And I was that's why I had this picture pulled up. Let me get it back. Oops, hold on. I thought I had a picture pulled up. Sorry. I think I'm ready.
Did? Yeah, you did have it. You just
I clicked it off.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Oh, you know what? I actually opened it twice. Okay. So now I'm going to show everybody what I'm talking about because I wanted to discuss it briefly, not in like super spoiler territory, other than this is what the Battlizer looks like.
Yeah.
So this is the Battlizer. And in addition to being the extra armor, he has sort of like stretchy arm powers and stuff, which I think is goofy and dumb. I actually really like Dino Thunder. The more I watch it, I'm enjoying it more and more. But I thought the powers of this were dumb, and I think it looks dumb. And it reminded me of something from Power Rangers. Do you know what that is?
Do I get a hint?
Another character from Power Rangers.
Just a character in general?
Yeah.
Hero or villain?
I don't think you're going to get it, so I'm going to go to the next visual clue. Are you looking at the Twitch screen so you could see this, Big Dog?
I am, so it's going to be slightly delayed.
Okay, well, we'll give a 3 count, and then you'll see it.
Oh, the arms are just like Alpha. Wow.
And look at the colors, too. The blue and red. And the gold.
I can't unsee it.
Yeah, as soon as I saw it, I was like, "What?" It's like he powered up by putting on Alpha. Like, what is going on here? I do not like it. It's possibly my least favorite Battlizer of all time. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like its powers. It's bad.
I don't like the stretchy arms. I do like the little the
cannons?
Triceratops thing. The cannons are alright, but the Triceratops thing and the little spear that he has on his hands, they're like gauntlets almost. I think those are cool. I really like Triassic mode. I would love
I also like Triassic mode, and I thought that was the Battlizer for the season, but no, that was something from the Sentai, which is why it probably looks cool. This Battlizer, this Alphalizer, I am not into it at all.
Alphalizer.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm not into it. And I was like, it was just my imagination, and as soon as I pulled up a picture of them side by side, I'm like, no, it looks exactly like Alpha. Let's see, chat real quick. Matt Leclerc, the Go-Go Gadget Battlizer. Absolutely, yeah. And Iron Cenus Man, I had the black and white toy versions as a kid of from Dino Thunder, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm guessing?
And then Urazuki came in and goes,
oh,
Rangers!
Big Dog with the voice acting busted out.
Hey, I got a little bit. I tried.
Matt Leclerc, it is my most hated Battlizer, so I have an ally right there.
Honestly, I'd have to see all the Battleizers side by side. The first one that pops in my head that I think is just super lame looking is
good.
No, I'm saying it either way.
Yeah.
Is the Time Force Red Battleizer with the flames that are all gaudy looking? I hate it.
Well, what I was gonna say is the site where I got this picture has all the Battleizers, so I could pull it up and we could talk about it right now.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it. Okay. Full screen.
That's my go-to as most hated.
So this
right
is
now.
Morphin Legacy is the website I'm using. So full
that's
credit
a
to
good
them.
website.
And so I just did an image search and I found him. So the first one we got Andros in the red Battleizer.
It's got some charm.
I don't mind. I like the wings. I like that he's got the clear circuitry like through the chest because it matches the helmet.
Yeah.
I don't like the big rubbery muscles. It's super American, which I should like it, but that makes me like it less. But
I have a soft spot because it was my first Battleizer.
well, I think it was the first Battleizer, wasn't it?
I know, but I watched it in real time, whereas you did not.
Gotcha. Okay. So that one is not my most favorite or my least favorite. The next one, oh, this doesn't have a full picture. This is from Lost Galaxy. This is Leo's.
It's okay.
I like it, and this picture doesn't show it. What I don't like is there's big, huge, like boots on the bottom.
Claws.
Yeah, and it reminds me of there was these old toys, like wind-up robot toys, and they'd always have two little like sticks in between them so that they wouldn't trip or whatever. It's hard to describe, but it just looked like a toy. I like.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I like parts of it. Like I like from this shot, I like it better than the In-Space Battleizer from just the chest. But when you see the whole thing, it's a little clunky, and it looks like he has a really cool chest piece and back piece, and then he has weird boots and gauntlets.
But then once again, going to your original point with Dino Thunder, I love the Lights of Orion.
I like the Lights of Orion as well. So,
but
again, that's not a Battleizer.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is the powered up mode in a lot of these seasons looks way cooler than the other. The only exception being the Dino Super Mode or whatever with the weird floppy claw spike thing.
I like the design. I like the design. It's just a bummer that they flop around when they fight. But like
I don't like it on the black or on the White Ranger, but I don't mind it on the main.
I like it on all of them. I think like as a drawing as concept, it's great. They use some kind of floppy rubber. Let's check chat real quick. Iron Cena Span, yes. Going back to Dino Thunder toys, as during Disney era, they would do toys versions of the Battleizer for the other male Rangers. Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Yeah, I actually, as a kid, had weird dragon themed, like a skeleton dragon for the Silver Ranger.
Arizuki says, I mean, if it's not from Overdrive, it's Big Dive even like it. Probably not. Matt Kendall Claire, I don't like the muscles either. Going back to In Space, and then talking about Lost Galaxy, Real Babu says it's a traffic light, just the green part. Yeah, I guess, but that means he's gonna go Power Ranger. Haha. All right, Lightspeed Rescue. Oh, this one is not showing it very well at all. Let me.
That one was all right. I like
that. It was because it was a motorcycle, right?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find a better picture real quick.
Well, all three of the male Rangers had it outside of Titanium.
I'm going to give you a one shot so people don't watch me searching the internet, but I'm going to see if I can find a better picture of that real quick.
So for those that haven't seen it in a while or don't remember, in Lightspeed Rescue, the green, blue, and red Ranger had motorcycles that turned into battle armor, and they are very prevalent in the crossover with Time Force, and honestly, it's probably the best episode to see them in action, just because you get to see everybody just go full blast on the bad guys, and it was really cool.
I like that they have individualized Battlizers, but it did bother me that the female characters didn't get them. I
know, but that's just a common trope in Sentai.
Dumb. Well, usually only Red gets it, is the thing. So it was weird that someone other than Red got it. Okay, this isn't a really high res one, but this is it when it's formed. So it's kind of cool that it's a motorcycle, so it has another mode. But going back to weird boots, he's got like these ski boot things, and I like Lightspeed, but this is my least favorite of the ones we've talked about so far.
Yeah.
So far being the.
So far, Lost Galaxy is probably my least favorite. So.
Okay. Well, I think to me, Lost Galaxy and Lightspeed are very similar. In that they're kind of these parts formers, like with weird clunkiness, but I like the core green stoplight part of Lost Galaxy better. Okay, Wes Collins. Oh, yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I feel like it should be in like Mystic Force or something. It doesn't fit Time Force at all. It's so weird.
Here's the part that bothers me. The one that has old-timey, wants to homage gladiatorial armor is for the Ranger that doesn't have a dinosaur as his Zord.
True. But
and then the Quantum Rangers is actually really cool.
Oh, I don't even remember what the Quantum Rangers has.
His had these weird,
here, I got it.
Rollerblade things.
Oh, you know what?
And then these big old blasters that also were like Tonfas.
Yeah, that was actually the first image. So we're jumping ahead a little bit. But so on the left here, that's Wes, right? And then
so dumb.
And then I much prefer Quantum Ranger. It fits it looks like something Time Force would have, and
Yep.
it's kind of simple but elegant. Here's the thing. I don't even hate this design. I hate it for Wes and Time Force.
Yep.
If it was from some other season, it wouldn't bother me. And that's
Exactly.
Wild Force, which we're kind of not to yet, but yeah. So let me get back to where we were. That I will say though, I still prefer it to Lightspeed because even though it makes no sense for Wes, it looks decent.
Oh no, I prefer Lightspeed over that 100%.
No, Lightspeed's still my least favorite. Okay, so here's Wild Force Red. This one has wings, and it makes sense that it has wings because Wild Force. Yeah, I like this one.
I do as well.
Yeah, this might be my favorite so far, actually. Surprisingly, I wouldn't have thought that, but
Same.
what?
I know. We'd never agree on anything.
No.
It's really odd.
Okay, so then we got Ninja Storm. I didn't even remember
That was
this.
all right.
It has more of those weird fake muscles, which I don't like. But
it was very streamlined though, outside of the weird.
Yes, but what's even weirder, this is weirder to me than the in space because it's not on the arms and everything else, like where he got like super buffed everywhere. It's just his abs.
I know.
I don't love that. It's not my least favorite. But yeah, I'm not digging it. Let me back up real quick. Let me see another shot.
It's also not my least favorite.
Yeah, it's definitely middle of the road for me. Okay. Oh, and this is definitely my least favorite. That's funny. This is the original picture I got. Now, kind of theoretically, some of the others like Lightspeed, I think is a clunkier design, and I think that Time Force doesn't match the season. But I just hate that it looks like Alpha 5, and I hate that it has stretchy arms, so it loses.
With all of that being said, still Time Force for me.
Again, Time Force for me isn't a bad looking suit. It's just like not for him. SPD, which I haven't seen, so I can't really comment except on this picture.
Oh, it's pretty cool. I like that one.
It looks kind of cool, and I know it's sort of police themed, and it looks like it's got some kind of police siren-y blue and white, so that looks okay. Middle of the roadie. Oh, I've seen this. I have a figure of this. I didn't know this is. I guess this is the Mystic Force one.
Yeah.
That looks pretty cool.
Kinda, yeah.
And I haven't seen Mystic Force, but it looks like some kind of wizardy magic thing, so that's pretty cool. And I don't know what is Red Sentinel Ranger.
Oh, I know what it's
from Overdrive. Okay, that's from Overdrive. That doesn't look bad. The red and gold looks like a little bit much, but again, not too bad. So
it's okay.
Did we both say that Wild Force is our favorite Battleizer? Out of these, at least.
Now, the more we talk about it, actually, I really like looking at the Mystic Force one, so it's a toss-up.
Mystic Force does look good, but I haven't seen it so far. Oh, I didn't realize it kept going. So this is weird because they have the Shogun Battleizer. Like I think this is a cool design for like a villain or like a head boss or something, not for a ranger. And it was one of those like in cockpit only suits. So I don't know that he ever used it in battle ever, did he? I'm trying to remember.
I believe he did, but it was very minor.
Yeah, I prefer like even though it was simple and I guess it's not a Battleizer, but like the black box that gave him the white super jacket mode.
Exactly. Yeah,
I thought that was really cool.
I'm more of a fan of that than the shark one for sure.
Yeah. Let me check chat real quick. The red armored ranger. This is Matt Kendall. Oops, I missed it. Real Babu says, and that means he's wearing go-go boots, being the go green light. That's pretty good. That's a Ninja Steel point there. Matt Kendall Claire, the red armored ranger for Galaxy was interesting, but a bit too bulky. Agreed. Matt Kendall Claire, Evox wants to attack me today. Well, stay strong there, buddy.
Keep going.
Iron Cena's P-Man, Ninja Storm is probably my least favorite Battleizer. Story-wise, probably the best. I did like the story. That's true. Just use fake muscles and it's not as bulky as in space, so it not as good. I don't love it, but I don't hate it as much as you do. Matt Kendall Claire, I did like how the Battle Warrior finisher is basically a copy of the Lightspeed Megazord finisher. Which one was Battle Warrior? I already forget.
I'm assuming it was that.
Oh, okay.
Lightspeed.
Gotcha. Okay. Arisuki, Alpha Battleizer, number 1. Get out of here with your number 1 Battleizer. Oh, man. Matt Kendall Claire, the Sonic mode for SPD was cool, and Dragon Fire Ranger with Red Sentinel Ranger also cool. Both of those look decent. Again, I haven't seen them, so I can't comment too much. Real Babu says it does look more villainous. Yeah, it looks, going back to Shogun mode, it looks villainous, and it's so big and bulky, you don't imagine like a fast Power Ranger hero. You picture more like an end boss going like, roar, like a big, slow attack, you know? Yeah, and as we know, I like Samurai, but I'm not going to... I don't even mind the mega
Can't
modes.
defend it.
No, I can't. I don't mind the megas. Okay, Dino Supercharge. This is one that is kind of like the Alpha one, where it's gaudy, so I should hate it, but I don't. I kind of love it.
I actually like it more in the aspect of the Sentai than in Power, because like in the Sentai it
they
was
call
a lot
it Carnival
more goofy.
mode or something, right?
Yeah.
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 I haven't seen it, but I like that it looks cool, and it's not. It looks like his dinosaur. It looks like Rexy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it makes sense. It wouldn't make sense on a different Ranger in a different season, but yeah, I kind of dig it, and I like that his helmet gets extra spikes too. Oh wait, no, does it? Now I'm not sure.
Yeah, in the back it does.
Okay, yeah. So that's one of my more liked ones. It's not my absolute favorite still, but it's
it's middle of
pretty
the
high
road
up.
for me.
Yeah. And then, oh yeah, Super Ninja Steel. This is another one where I guess they used it outside of the cockpit, but I feel like most of the time it was in the cockpit.
Yeah.
It's better than the Shogun one from Samurai, but I
100%.
still don't love it. It still looks a little weird. I guess I was gonna say it's bulky, but we've seen ones that are way bulkier. But I feel like either it's like this gigantic crazy suit of armor, or it's a light power up, and I could go with either one. But then the ones that are sort of in between, like this, I feel like it looks like it would just inhibit his movement, and it makes him look a little sinister. Like
Kinda.
I don't hate it, but it's towards the lower end of my likes.
I'm with you.
We're mostly in agreement on these.
Yeah.
All right, and then of course the one that we've seen most recently, Devin Daniels with the Red Fury mode. I like the claws. It looks cheap. I could tell it's a prop, and that's something that bugs me about it. I like the powers. I like the claws. I'd say,
but
again,
it's more streamlined. Like, look, he has
Yes.
armor, but it doesn't impede him, which is
no,
nice.
I agree. I like it. It's like a little bit past the middle. Like if I was ranking them like 1 to 10, this would be like 6 or something, you know. But yeah, well, so there was a little impromptu. Here we go. Let's just name our favorite Battlizers.
Yeah, right.
I did not plan on doing that, but sure, why not? Let me go back to the show. I realized I had the art up, and it's probably like almost done by now. Oh no, we're still going.
Would you count the Dragon Shield not on the Green Ranger as a Battlizer, or just a power up?
I think that's a power up.
Okay.
You think it's a Battlizer?
I could see either argument, if made correctly, being correct.
Gotcha. Well, let's check chat and see what people there are saying, because oh wow, okay, so Iron CSP Man, Shogun was the one used outside of the cockpit. Okay, so that's unfortunate, because Mega Mode I like better, and I would rather have seen that outside the cockpit. Real Babu Shogun. Matt Clear, he did use the Shogun mode in the finale against Masters. Okay, so it was, but only like once or twice, I guess.
There's one Battlizer that was missing, by the way.
What?
Orion's.
Oh, yeah. That's true. And also, did Megaforce had a power-up. Did they have a Battlizer? I don't think so. Because their Battlizer was basically, hey, we turn into Super Megaforce. But yeah, Orion from Super Megaforce had the ability to get that big shield and be all the extra 6 Rangers. Uh-oh, Big Dog, did you freeze? He froze. Well, I'll pull that up real quick for people that don't know. Orion, Silver Ranger. Sorry. This is why it's good to have him, because he could run interference while I'm doing this. Hopefully you guys can still hear me, and it's just him that's frozen. Let me pull up this image real quick. And I'm getting it from Morphin Legacy again. Morphin Legacy is really helping us out a lot today. So I'm going to go to the 2-shot. There it is. So I guess, I don't know. I mean, it's weird that it's a Battlizer that isn't the Red Ranger, but yeah, it definitely seems like a Battlizer. But I guess what makes it not a Battlizer is usually Battlizers are American only, and this was definitely in the Sentai. So an argument can be made both ways, but I don't think that would count as a Battlizer for the purposes of this discussion. And let me go back to a 1-shot. Oh, Big Dog's still frozen. Well, hopefully he can get himself sorted out. Let me check. I'll check Discord, make sure there's nothing going on there. I'm gonna. He's just frozen. I'm gonna leave the call, and then I'm gonna call him again. See what happens. But meanwhile, I will go back to a 1-shot of myself. Hey, it's me by myself, alone. I will catch up on chat while he is figuring out what he's doing.
Yay, we're back.
Oh, you're back. I don't know what happened. I thought everything froze, but it was just you. So, Real Babu gets another Ninja Steel point. Ninja Steel, because...
What's his for?
Well, because before he said this time, Big Dog, this time, implying
Yeah,
that you will have another issue. You've been pretty good lately.
I know. It was pretty funny, though, that it was like, hey, here's something that broke the mold.
Well, I basically decided it was not a Battlizer.
How is it not a Battlizer?
Because Battlizers are typically American only, and that was in the Sentai. Typically, Battlizers... Huh?
So?
Well, I'm saying
The
that's...
Carnival was on Sentai only. Is that not a Battlizer? Ninja Steel. That's right.
That's the only one, though.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All I need is one to make my argument.
No, but I'm saying it could go either way. I don't think... Oh, it's also not on a Red Ranger. Battlizers are normally on the Red Ranger primarily.
We also agreed that...
Good.
No,
it can be argued
did
either way, but I'm leaning towards no, because it's Sentai and it's not the Red Ranger.
The Lightspeed Rescue ones are on 3 different people, so you're saying only the Red Ranger counts for that?
No, but if only the Green Ranger had it, it would be weird. If only the Green Ranger had it and he had it from Sentai, I'd be like not sure that it's a Battlizer. There's some wiggle room there. I'm saying it can be argued either way, but I'm arguing that it's not a Battlizer in the traditional sense.
The Ninja Steel Lion Fire mode was from the Sentai, said Iron Sea Man. Huh. Weird.
So then what makes it a Battlizer? Just that one person could use it? No, because Lion Fire mode, other people could use as well.
Oh, here
so maybe
you go.
Lion Fire mode shouldn't have been a Battlizer, because it's more of like
time out. Is your argument that a Battlizer only can be used by a Red Ranger?
No. It can only be used by one person at a time.
That's fair. Everything I've talked about can be used by one person at a time.
Wait,
who uses Orion's Battlizer other than Orion?
No, just Orion. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Battlizer.
There's an argument that it could be a Battlizer, but I'm saying it's not. I'm saying it's a power-up for just him.
So
because all the other Rangers in that season can morph into any other Ranger, and this is his special... My argument's
Battlizer.
Yeah, my
his
argument's
special Battlizer. And no, that was in the Sentai too. So, boom. Ninja Steel.
Yeah, you get a Ninja Steel. You get a Ninja Steel.
2 weeks in a row.
But listen, you're getting assistance from chat, because the thing that's really selling it for me is that we've had other Battlizers that were in Sentai. Once I realized that, that's when it falls apart. So they kind of saved you with the Lion Fire and the Carnival. That saved it. So
Carnival I knew.
Yeah, but I'm saying
I just haven't watched the Ninja, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's check chat with your stupid winning face. Oh man, we missed so much. Iron Spear for the Ninja Steel. Oh wait, Erzuki. I want to cosplay as Alpha Battlizer now. I'll make the suit. No. Just to make these two mad at Power Morphicon. Oh my gosh, I would be so mad, but I would also think it was hilarious. Mechanical Claire. Hopefully that the Fox can help you with that. Oh, Immortal Red Fox. Yeah, well, as long as people are requesting, I'll take a suit too, Immortal Red Fox. You want to make me one, whatever you want.
I already called free dibs, I'm sorry.
Oh, darn. Although that would be hilarious. Iron Sea Spearman, no image of Hyperforce Pink Battlizer. Oh, no. Is there even a drawing of that maybe somewhere? I don't know, but it's not. This was more for the TV show. Like, not everyone considers it official, even though it is official. Like, sites like this might not even be aware of Hyperforce, or, that might have, Oh, there is no official art, he says so. Mechanical Clear, here we go with Evox. He's making the rounds. Yep, he hit Twitter, and then he hit the Big Dog. Real Babu, racking up the points today. Yeah, Big Dog's ahead in points, but, whatever.
I'm not charging interest, but as of last week, I heard that you owed me $1,000.
Those were Ninja Steel points that we never shook on. Arisuki said, I've never heard the word Battlizer this much in my life. Me either, nor have I said it this much in my life. Iron Sea and his P-Man, the Steel Lion Fire mode is from the Sentai. Okay, Hyperforce Pink. Okay, so that's stuff we already went over. And Matt Claire is agreeing. And yes, Iron Sea is P-Man, you absolutely got a Ninja Steel. Matt Claire, also Vesper could use Max Battlizer, so let's not forget about that either. Mac from Overdrive?
Yep. Well, Overdrive, proving you wrong.
Wait, how does that... No, but I already said that was a Battlizer from Overdrive.
I know. He's making the argument that somebody other than the Red Ranger used a Battlizer.
Oh, yeah, no, but that's switching it. I'm saying usually if there's only one Battlizer, the Red Ranger is the one who has it. They might transfer it, but they start with it. I'm not trying to win the argument. I'm just saying that was the point I was making. Erzuki, American only. Redeemed highlight my message. I don't know what...
This is Big Dog, you're wrong.
Yeah, Big Dog, you're wrong. Oh, she's giving me points. Thank you for the points. I don't understand how Twitch works. Wow. Okay, so that's taken us almost to an hour. That really, I did terrible in that. I started off really strong with the alpha comparison, and then I just went in the definition of Battlizer.
My favorite part about this episode was?
What?
The only title of this episode we did not do one time.
Q&A?
Not once did somebody go, "Hey, here's a question. Can you guys answer it?" We just went,
That's-
"Hey, unlike Battlizers, blue, 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 fan fiction."
That's true. Well, I said freeform chat
In true
and
action
Q&A.
activate fashion. No. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Well, no,
If you guys,
we're like Kevin Smith. You ever see his Q&As? He gets one,
I'm-
and then he talks for an hour.
I know I'm actually going to see him on Friday.
Well, you'll maybe get to see one question. Or two if you're lucky.
2 if I am lucky.
Yeah.
I actually saw him with you in Airzuki before.
Yes. I forget what we were... Oh, he was just talking, but this is for the new movie, I guess. Yeah, I've been wanting to see that, but as you know, my schedule has not been very open lately. Let's see. Iron CSP, yes, that's why I don't consider the Overdrive one as a Battleizer, as I think they should be exclusive. Oh.
To One Ranger.
Yeah.
I think it's swappable.
Matt kind of clear, enjoying that we're arguing. We were agreeing quite a bit in the first part of the show, so I guess
It couldn't last.
couldn't last.
It could not last.
Iron CSPN with a question. So, do you like pies? Would you like to answer, Big Dog?
On paper, yes. I don't like cherry pies, though.
I like my pies on plates. Hayacha!
I don't like cherry pie because as a teenager, I did a martial arts demo at a festival, and they had a pie eating contest, and I walked over and went, "Oh, that's cool, pie eating contest." And I asked just everybody around me, like, "Oh, who's the last person?" And my master instructor went, "You are." And I went, "Ha ha ha." He's like, "No, seriously, you are. They need one more person." I was like, okay. And then prompt 2 pie eating contest. There was 10 minutes. It was a Marie Callender's pie. Sat down, ate for a good 5 minutes with no hands, came up for air to kind of like take a breather. I had a little over half of my pie done. Looked over, everybody had like maybe a quarter. And I was just like, oh, I guess I eat pie pretty quick. And then I won.
Oh, well, so this is a good story. I thought it was going to be like, I lost, I was slow, I puked, something.
Here's the TLDR. I entered a pie eating contest in prompt 2. I ate almost an entire cherry pie. I no longer like cherry pie.
How long ago was this? Roughly 5 years, 10 years?
Almost 15 years ago.
Okay, so it might be long enough that you might like it again if you tried it at this point. Maybe.
Hard to say.
Let's see. And do I like pie? Mostly no. I like pumpkin pie around the holidays. And once in a great while, I'll like have a slice of Dutch apple pie, but it has to be like mostly like cinnamon and crumb and sugar and not too much apple. Like I don't like chunks of apple too much. So I would prefer cake over pie usually, but yeah, those are the only 2 pies I could think of that I would eat at all. Oh,
A good
banana
pie
cream
really
pie.
good.
Banana cream pie I would eat too.
Oh, that's good too.
But again, it has to be made right. Like if it's got huge chunks of banana, that could kill it for me. What'd you say you like?
A good berry pie sometimes sounds good.
I don't like any berries in any form.
Oh, yeah.
You're a berry hater.
You're missing out on a lot of good stuff.
I'm missing out on a lot of terrible stuff, thankfully.
Wow, I never thought we would disagree about something so much more than do you like berries?
Berries are the worst. Fruit is bad in general.
No!
Berries are the worst. Blueberries.
We had a great thing going. We made it almost a whole year of Action Activate before we had to hit this crisis.
No, but it's perfect because you can eat all the berries I don't want. It works out.
Here's my question to you. Do you have the cherry on top of your sundaes?
Rarely. It's a maraschino cherry, which
I was going to say, it's not even a fruit.
It's like filled with chemicals and sugar. When I was a kid, I used to like them more. Now, once in a great while, I'll eat them, but more often than not, I'll give them to Airzuki or just chuck them.
Do you like Shirley Temples?
I do. I love Shirley Temples, actually, but I don't always eat the Shirley Temple, for those that don't know, is sort of like 7-Up with grenadine, like which is a syrupy, sugary cherry flavor, but it's not real cherry, and they'll put a maraschino cherry.
Oh, the good ones have a bunch at the bottom.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And then you got to skewer them.
Oh,
with your
no. Something about skewer them makes them
yeah.
even worse. Yeah, no. Talking about it, like, I don't. No. I used to like them, I think, because I was like, well, it's a way to eat fruit. And then it's like, oh, they're not even healthy. Why am I doing this? Like, once in a great while. But no, I don't like most fruit.
I've distracted you. Let's get back.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, it was good because there was a question and we answered it. So now we've done it. Twin Ranger, blah, blah, blah. We have... Okay, Matt Cannoclair, we always have to get them to argue. True. Iron CSP Man, we have macaroni pie in Britain. A, I don't know if I remember you were in Britain, so that's cool. But B, I love macaroni, and that sounds good. When I was in Scotland once, and there was my favorite place to eat was a place called, I think it was called Pie Makers. It was like just like a, I don't know if it was a chain or a local place, but it had all kinds of pies and had like savory pies. I like savory pies, but I'm also a vegetarian. But they had a lot that it was like the equivalent of like a chicken pot pie with all the gravy and all that stuff, and it just didn't have the chicken. It had like tofu or it had extra vegetables or whatever. And I went there as much as I could. It was like really good homemade pies. So savory pies, yeah, I didn't even think about that. I was thinking because we don't have that as much here. We have frozen pot pies and stuff, but it's not as much of a thing. But macaroni pie sounds good. Real Babu, New Year's resolution of getting along lasted 1.5 episodes. I never made that resolution. I knew that would not happen.
I tried.
I didn't even try. Mechanoclear, well, that's what happens when we have to mention that Defender likes Overdrive. Well, I don't like to argue with him about it. He can have his favorite season. That's fine.
Say what you want. I love that was a point of me proving you wrong, was talking about Overdrive.
Yeah, well, it makes sense because Overdrive because you love it.
Icing on the cake for it.
It would have been sad
icing on the pie.
It would have been sad if you didn't.
Pie.
It would have been like, not knowing something about Robo Knight for me, but you had to know it because, of course, it's your favorite. Iron Cena's Pan, and in Scotland, we deep fry everything. I do remember that, too, like Snickers bars and Twinkies and stuff. Although you could sometimes get that here at, like, a state fair or at the boardwalk, yeah. Real Babu, same here in Texas. Oh, there you go. Iron Cena's Pan, my local Chippy sells deep fried pizza and chocolate. Oh, my gosh, that sounds amazing. I would absolutely have a deep fried pizza. Real Babu, at the Houston Rodeo, they have deep fried butter? And no, I haven't tried it. I don't understand how it would work. I'm not, like, wouldn't it melt?
Freeze a stick of butter, and it's probably super salted, so it's hard, and then you fry it. And then kind of like when you get like a cheese stick that you fry, it'll be like gooey in the middle, but it'll have the hard outside.
I don't know if I would like it, but I would try it just because it seems like a feat of science,
Same.
Fried pickles, I've had plenty of I've eaten lots of pickles. Fried pickles I like. I like them.
Pickle guy.
I like them better when they're sliced, like chips as opposed to spears. I'll eat the spears, but I feel like it works better when they're smaller.
Yeah, because it gets more of the crispiness.
And Iron Spears for Scotland, as we deep fry everything. I think you already said that.
Shout out to the Houston guys, by the way. Everybody in Texas wearing a Rudy's barbecue shirt right now.
Oh, look at that!
Sure if you guys are a fan of that, but I am, which is why I have a shirt.
Shout out to everyone that lives in a volcano. I've got the Rodan coming out of a volcano shirt. So if you live in a volcano, this one's for you. So we're coming to the end. We've been going about an hour. Is there any other questions, or do you have another topic you want to throw out, Big Dog?
I would really quickly like to talk about the recent Lightning Collection MMPR Yellow Ranger that we got photos of, because yes, it is a Trini head. We didn't know which way they were going. They are doing a Trini head, which begs the question, will we ever get an Aisha head?
Yeah, we talked about this because it wouldn't be Zio. This is the only, maybe it'll be, let me see. Oh, see, I want to put this up so we can see us too. I should have, I messed up.
That's okay.
Up. Yeah.
They don't want to look at our faces anyway.
Well, no, but now it's got the art on top of it. So it's, I have to
get the art out. What are you doing?
I'm going to go to the screen too full. There we go. So we can see everything. So yeah, we had talked about this before, and it does seem like maybe we'll get Aisha. Well, Kat will get with Zio. Yeah, Aisha's just a weird one. Like, I feel like it'll be an exclusive, but there's the Trini head, which looks pretty decent. I'm going to reserve judgment until I see it in hand, because the pictures, I've seen some that I thought were bad and they were good and vice versa. Basically, I think all the Beast Morphers are the best so far, but maybe because they have better reference for them. But the figure looks good, and it certainly doesn't look bad, the Trini head.
Yeah.
And there's also more pictures of SPD, and I saw somebody making fun of this pose. I was like, Hasbro, do you need me to make poses for you? Because it's not terrible, but it is a little bit awkward.
Yeah, it's odd.
Yeah. And
I will say, we've talked about it before, the Beast Morphers heads are so good.
That's what I was just saying, yeah.
My gosh.
Look at Blaze. It's nuts. So
it's insane.
Yeah, I have to believe that. Yeah, and then there's Rocky as Zio, which is okay, but the Beast Morphers, they have to have scanned the actors or have higher res pictures or something, because it's definitely better on them than everyone else. And let me turn that one off. Boop, there we go. But I'm excited for all of those figures. I'm actually kind of most excited for Blaze, believe it or not.
I know, me too.
Yeah, which I wouldn't have guessed going in, but yeah. Especially because now, it'd be nuts if they don't make a Roxy.
Yeah, I mean, I really want them to, for obvious reasons. The other thing that'll be fun if and when they do make a Roxy is you can do the what if lineup where
And
you
pop
put
the heads off, yeah, onto the
Yep.
Beast Morphers. I agree.
I want to try that either way with the Blaze head, just
Agreed.
to see. But
Yeah.
yeah, overall, really cool stuff. Excited to see who they announce soon.
Yeah.
Because I know New York Comic Con, I think, is coming up. Emerald City Comic Con's in a couple
Wait, I
months.
thought New York Comic Con passed already. When is?
Maybe it did already pass. Oh no, Toy Fair, New York Toy
Yeah,
Fair.
yeah, Toy
is
Fair.
coming up.
Gotcha.
There we go. Yeah, so I'm really excited. Good stuff ahead, and
Iron CSP Man says Metallics armor is a possibility. Who had the Metallics armor? I don't remember.
MMPR.
Oh, where it was just shiny? I don't. Oh, for Aisha.
Yeah.
Maybe, but that maybe. Oh, what would suck is if they put out a whole set of all 5, and basically that's the only way to get Aisha. They better not do that. That'd be stupid. I'd be mad.
They'll either do that or they'll do the Ninjetti, which I don't think they'll do, but that would be.
Oh, that
what
would
if they
be much
did
better.
the movie ones?
Yes, they should do the movie ones.
Oh, that'd be so
yes,
cool.
Yes. Unlike the ones they put out in the past, it would be 6 inches, and there'd be the detail in the armor. They'd have the little accessories for the head. They'll absolutely do that because they're always going to want to go back to Mighty Morphin. So eventually they're going to get through them, and then they're going to start doing a movie, and I'm on board. And that is where Aisha will come from. Perfect, fixed, done. Forget Metallics.
You're welcome, Hasbro.
Real Babu agrees that it's a good likeness. Yeah, so I think, let me see. Yeah, I had that on my list to talk about. I got a few other things, but nothing super important.
We'll get to it.
I'm amazed we were able to chat so much. I get the Battlizers really took us through most of this.
I'm really not shocked that we ramble about Power Rangers.
Yeah, true. But I didn't think we'd stay. Like, I thought we'd ramble more and go all over the place, but we kind of stayed to like 2 or 3 main themes.
Main lanes.
Yeah. Well, the art isn't 100% done, but if you follow me on any social media, you've seen it. And actually, I'll put all the social media here. Here's the YouTube where you could catch the episodes the next day. Here's the Facebook group where you can post. Here's the Facebook page where it just helps us if you follow it. Here's my Etsy store for my art, and I think that's it. That's yeah.
In the comments or on Facebook, feel free to let us know any fan films that you want us. Not fan fiction, not written. Not that those aren't good.
No, stuff we can find
cinematic.
Yeah.
Anything on YouTube that we could have screenshots.
It doesn't have to be on YouTube. It could be on like what's the other one?
Vimeo.
Vimeo, whatever. As long as you
that works.
Fine. And if it's something more obscure, like maybe leave a link so that we don't have to go searching for it. But yeah, I think this has been a fun chat. We didn't have a lot of cues. We had the pie question, but everybody was really active in the chat and giving us opinions. So I guess that's the thing is like people could just jump in and talk, and if we already got something people are interested in, why are they going to derail it with a question? So fair enough.
Fair. And also, we talk over each other so much, like we are right now.
Yes.
It's hard to even get your questions in.
That's true. But we do appreciate everybody that comes and watches live and chats. We appreciate the lurkers. We appreciate the people that watch it later on YouTube and everywhere in between. So thank you for that. Leave any suggestions. And as always, I have been Gazbot.
I continue to be through 2020 the Big Dawg Defender.
Okay. Well, then I will say to you and to them, to
the power.
And credits.
Here are the credits that we're not going to talk over this week. Oh, too bad. We're already here. What are we doing? Just rambling around, rolling, thinking about what we can do. Going to stop for a sec. Maybe watch the Immortal Red Fox. Get those subs to 500. Who knows? Want to see episode 4 real bad. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Keep on YouTube. Keep on Facebooking. Try not to poke me with a sword from a Sentai. And